In 1951, BMW was still trying to rebuild its future. The company had survived the Second World War. Its industrial facilities had suffered severe damage. Some factories had been dismantled, and BMW faced a completely uncertain future. Before the war, BMW had built a reputation through aircraft engines, motorcycles, and sporting cars, such as the legendary BMW 328. But after 1945, the company needed to find a new direction. BMW had already returned to motorcycle production with the R24, but if the company wanted to become a major automobile manufacturer again, it needed something far more ambitious. A car that could prove BMW was still capable of building sophisticated automobiles. That car was first shown to the public in 1951, but it would not enter production until the following year. It was large, it was luxurious, it was technically ambitious, and its flowing, conservative design would eventually earn it one of the most famous nicknames in BMW history, the Baroque Angel. This was the BMW 501. But the story of the 501 is not simply the story of a luxury sedan. It is the story of BMW attempting to rebuild its automobile business after the war and the beginning of a new chapter in the company's history. To understand the BMW 501, we first need to understand the situation BMW faced after 1945. Before the war, BMW had already established itself as an important engineering company. It had built aircraft engines, it had produced motorcycles, and it had created successful sporting cars, such as the BMW 328. But the Second World War completely changed the company's future. BMW's industrial facilities had been heavily involved in wartime production. By the end of the war, the company had suffered enormous damage. Production facilities had been destroyed or dismantled. Machinery had been removed, and BMW faced severe restrictions on what it was allowed to manufacture. For a company that had once been associated with powerful engines and sporting cars, its future was suddenly uncertain. BMW eventually returned to motorcycle production. In 1948, the BMW R24 became the first BMW vehicle produced after the war. But motorcycles alone could not restore BMW's position as a major automobile manufacturer. The company needed a new car, not just any car. It needed a model that could demonstrate BMW's engineering ability and help re-establish its reputation as a manufacturer of high-quality automobiles. That car would become the BMW 501. The BMW 501 was first presented as a prototype at the Frankfurt IAA Motor Show in 1951. This was a major moment for BMW. The company was announcing its return to automobile manufacturing after the war, but the public had to wait. The BMW 501 did not enter production until November 1952. It became BMW's first post-war automobile. The 501 was a large four-door luxury sedan capable of carrying up to 6 people. It was designed to compete in the upper levels of the German automobile market, and its design immediately made it stand out. The car featured flowing bodywork, rounded fenders, a long and elegant profile, and BMW's familiar kidney grille. Its conservative styling looked very different from the increasingly modern designs beginning to appear in the post-war automobile industry. The shape was large, the proportions were formal, and the curved bodywork gave the car an elegant, almost artistic appearance. The German public eventually gave the 501 and its related models a famous nickname, Baroque Angel, or in English, the Baroque Angel. The name reflected the car's flowing curves and dignified appearance. The BMW 501 was not designed to be a lightweight sports car like the BMW 328. This was a completely different type of automobile. It was designed for comfort, refinement, space, and prestige. But the elegant design also came with a significant problem. The car was expensive to build. The BMW 501 was not simply a large luxury car. Underneath its elegant bodywork was a robust, carefully engineered chassis. The body rested on a separate steel frame. This was a traditional construction method for a large luxury car of the period. The car featured independent front suspension and a live rear axle. The design was engineered to provide a comfortable and stable ride. But the most important part of the original BMW 501 was its engine. The first production 501 used a 1971cc inline 6-cylinder engine. This engine was a development of the 6-cylinder engine used in the pre-war BMW 326. In the 501, it produced approximately 65 horsepower. That figure may sound modest today, but the BMW 501 was a large luxury sedan. It was designed more for refinement and comfort than outright speed. The six-cylinder engine gave the car smooth and sophisticated performance for its era. The BMW 501 also used hydraulic brakes, and its engineering represented an important step forward for BMW after the war. But the car had one major weakness. It was expensive. The original BMW 501 cost more than 15,000 Deutsche Marks.
And during its first 15 months on the market, fewer than 2,300 customers were willing to pay that price. The BMW 501 had successfully demonstrated BMW's technical ambition, but financially, the situation was far more complicated.
The BMW 501 was impressive, but impressive engineering does not automatically guarantee commercial success. The car was expensive to manufacture, its construction was complex, and its price placed it far above the reach of many ordinary German customers. Germany was still recovering from the consequences of the war. Many people were rebuilding their lives. Money was limited, and the market for large luxury sedans was relatively small. For customers who simply wanted affordable transportation, smaller and cheaper cars were far more attractive. This created a difficult situation for BMW. The company had created a technically sophisticated luxury automobile, but the market was not large enough to guarantee strong sales. BMW therefore began developing improved versions of the 501. In 1954, the company introduced the BMW 501A and 501B.
And that was the BMW 501, a car that arrived when Germany was still finding its feet again. It wasn't an easy success, but it helped rebuild BMW's reputation and laid the foundations for the company we know today. The 501 may not be the BMW most people remember, but its story is one of survival, ambition, and a new beginning. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating chapters from automotive history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the